Cissy. Well, we're certainly going to miss you as a member of our academy, but as your last video, I'm going to show you some of the new things we're doing in our art coaching. I've got you in a painting program. Here's the painting I did for our YouTube tutorial, and here's yours. And I'm just going to make some suggestions, okay, that might help, because really, honestly, you're really so close on this. It's very nice, like the background, the sky, the water, all that stuff. One of the things I think I would do, all right, is I'm going to just make sure that I have our painting program here, and I'm going to come over here with some digital chalk. This chalk stuff is really going to make it some chalk. And what I want to do is just show you what it would be like if we just made the hill back here, our path. Let's see, let's get this water here. And let's just narrow this a little bit. I want you to see this path going back just the tiniest bit. It doesn't take much, and then maybe we'll put a little of the grass color here, like that, and just make our little bank here. We don't need to do much. We want this hill to go back into nothing. Now, brush direction is everything, and I've noticed that if I blow your stuff up, you've got almost, you see, you're almost doing a zigzag, almost like W's when you're doing your flowers. All right, this is the pattern I'm seeing, okay? So I'm going to blow it, put it back down. And the main thing I would tell you is, here, let's first off, let's find some flowers, okay? Let's do that. Brush direction is everything. So when you're doing something like this, you really want your flowers to be going in more of this area. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger here. I'm going to just make a bigger thing. I just want you to see, if I say that my groups of flowers are going in this direction, like that. I want you to just see this, right, for a minute. Just like this, right? Maybe we'll make some darker ones, okay? Even though it's all done with little spots on the, with little dots on the brush, you still have your darker colors, but the direction of the flowers you're painting, yours seem to be going uphill. If you can just and I know it's a subtle thing, but you want to be able to, I'd like to start with the darker colors first and then do my lighter ones, okay? But in the darker underneath, but just changing, think of them as sort of mounds of flowers that are in there, okay? And then we'll make the tool size a little bit smaller, okay, like this. And now we're just, if we put your flowers on here, let's get this light color going here. Well, maybe I'll make this brush bigger. Oh, right here like this. I need some dark, I think I needed to start with the dark colors first. I prefer to start with the dark colors first and then come back with the lighter colors on top. It is so much easier, okay? But I mean, even that, and even over here, these are pretty good, but these back here, when you look at them, are big. And let's see, let's make these lighter again. Here, we're going to come up here now to acrylics and oils. Now we're going to do this with that. I'm going to come up here with my, alright, so if you think about little bits of color on here like this, all mounded up, little dots of paint that are all kind of touching and overlapping, alright? That's what we're going for here. It's a little tedious, but that's what you're doing. Little tiny dots of paint like this, if I can blow this up for you. See? And the little dots touch, but sometimes the dark shows through. And, if you get too many light ones, you can come back in with a few dots of the small ones. But that's what you're doing here. And then these ones back here, here's what happens with colors. They fade and get less bright as they go out. So if we're saying that, you're saying that's the color of these flowers, they're too big for the size of this. Does that make sense? These have to be much smaller. And also, they would not be so bright. So I'm going to come over here and just, I would say maybe more of a gray color yellow. And I would paint these in this color over here, maybe not so bright, like that. And they would be smaller. And I'd probably do a dark green um, over here. So we were talking about much smaller. Now look at how now we've got some perspective going because those flowers aren't so big. Does that make sense? Just doing that as they get smaller as they go back. And you probably would have wanted some green in here to break these up a little bit too, okay? So just a few little things like that make a difference. Now I'm going to zoom back out. Now you see how we've got a sense of going down the path? More so than we had before. Maybe even make this even a bit smaller than I have it there like that. Okay, so now I've got a sense of distance. For me, the water, if I'm coming back here into the water, for me, I would probably, well, I did it, I'd probably bring this around the peninsula, make it a little bit more sharp points here, like this, and like that. And I know that's sort of nitpicky. You want to make sure that if you have any white coming out this way, it's going straight out this way, and then your actual water line is straight here. You want to make sure that you've got that. And I would probably lighten that here because you want to just sort of make sure that you've got a water line. And we'll just do something like this. Okay, maybe a little bit more like that. There we go. So those are the main suggestions I would have with you is brush direction. You might want to come back later and add a few lighter greens in here like that. Just break this up a little bit. Maybe on this side of the tree you might want to put a few little light bit of green stuff here. I don't want to get too much into the tree. You're a little round shaped here. If you can bring in your bits like that. Let's see, dark green. Just looking at this, you're just a little squared off on this tree. It's nice to have maybe one of the topper branches coming up like this. Let's see, I want a dark green. Where's my problem here? Okay. If you're wondering how I'm using this tool, I've got a very good brand new video we released in the Academy on how to use this painter tool. Sometimes you can just come in with an idea on your painting. You think you have an idea of what you want to paint. You can come in and do it in on your computer, and okay, just something like this. And we're gonna bring these. I like this tree down here. Anyway, those are my main suggestions on this. I hope you enjoyed the video. I think I would put the one more tiny thing here. That's with me. It's always one more thing, huh? I think I want to just bring this ocean up a little bit closer here, like that. Okay. Ooh, and I like this dark blue I had over here too, but that's okay. So this is all very nice. Good job. Though it would look good. Let's put it anyway. You can see it. You've got a little bit darker sky, so if you come under here like this and you say that here's a little bit darker blue sky, maybe not that color. Let's do this color. Almost this purple blue color. I don't know if I would go back and do this. I just want you to see that sometimes if you have a little bit of your sky color in the water, it can be effective. Like that, it can be very effective. And just for that other reason, it can be very nice. But we'll probably blend that out a little more if one did that. Just take that, just soften that a bit. There we go. Okay, hope this was helpful, and I look forward to your comments.